Hi y'all. In this video I'm going to be using assorted yarns in the Peaches and Cream original, and this one is a Peaches and Cream, but it's like the different colors, and I use the blue in this also. And anyway, I'm using this brand, and you're going to need a 4.0 hook and a pair of scissors and a needle. I'm going to start out with my 4.0 hook, and I'm going to make a magic ring. So pull your yarn around like this, put your hook through here and grab this, pull up, let go, chain 1, 2, 3. And what you're going to do is do 12 double crochets. And this is going to count as your first double crochet. So this is number 1, because I'm not going to count this chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 'So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then grab the end of your ring and pull like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take out your hook and you're going to put it through the back of these 2 loops. But you're not going to go through the chain 3. You're going to go through here, pull this through to the back like this. Grab the long tail, pull this taut, and then you should have 12. So now you're going to go through this, you're going to take your hook and you're going to put it through and grab, you're going to go through the 2. So if you look here, you're going to grab your hook, go through this piece, and there's another little piece right here on the back. And this yarn is kind of hard to work with because it wants to split. Okay, and then you're going to single crochet, chain 1. Okay, and I know this is hard to see, but you're going to go into the same stitch and do a double crochet, and you're going to go into each stitch, but you're going to split here between this, grab the back and pull up, double crochet, go in, double crochet, and you're going to do 2 double crochets all the way around to make your 24. But if you look, you're going to go in, double crochet, and like I said, you're going to go between, you're not going to go in like this, you're going to go in right here and grab that second piece behind there and do a double. And just do this all the way around and I'll meet you back when I get all the way my 12 double crochets, 24 double crochets, and just keep going. Okay, I have 24 double crochets, and I'm not going to go into the third chain. I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to take my loop and I'm going to pull this through to the back like this, and then I'm going to grab this and come down just a little bit like this, and I have 24 double crochets. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go through this right here, this stitch, and go to the back and grab that single crochet, chain one, and that's going to be my first double. Okay, and now what we're going to do is in the same stitch we're going to double again, and we'll have 2 double crochets. This is round 3, and we're going to do 2 doubles. So we're going to do a double in the next stitch, and then 2 doubles into the next, like this. But we're going to make sure that we do this leaving this right here, leaving these stitches to show. And we're going to do another double again, and 2 doubles into the next stitch. And we're going to do this all the way around. So all the way around we're going to do 2 doubles, double double, 2 doubles, double double. And I'll meet you back when we get all the way around. Okay, we have 31, so we're going to go in and split right here and go into that back stitch, and we're going to do 32, 33. Okay, and then we're going to go into this stitch here, the 2 stitches, and we're going to pull this loop to the back like this. Okay, and we've got 33 stitches. Now we're going to go on to our 4th row, and we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to go through this stitch here, the same stitch, and we're going to single crochet, chain 1. Okay, now we're going to do in that same space, single crochet, chain 1, now 2 doubles into the next. So we're going to go through here and do 2 doubles, 2 double crochets, and into the next we're going to do a double, another double into the next, and then we're going to do 2 doubles into this next stitch. So what we're going to do, and this is on row 4, we're going to do two doubles together, double, double, 2 doubles together, double, double, 2 doubles together. And we're going to do this all the way around, and I'll meet you back. I'm at the end of row 4, and we're going to make one more stitch to make 43. So we're going to go right between this right here split, go to the back, grab it, double crochet, and this will make 43, and we're going to grab this, we're going to go into this stitch right here, okay, and then we're going to pull this to the back, and like I said, my yarn tends to split, so anyway, so pull that to the back, put your hook through, and this is what we should have. We should have 43 stitches around. Okay, now we're going to start on row 5. And on row 5, we're going to go through again, split down here through the middle, go to the back, single crochet, chain 1. And then we are going to double crochet into the next stitch. Double crochet into the next stitch. And then we're going to do 2 doubles into this stitch. 2 doubles. 2 double crochets. So we got double, 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 2 doubles together, and then from here on out in this next space we're going to do a double, another double into the next space, another double into this space, making that 3 doubles, and now we'll do 2 doubles into this space together. So from here out we do 2 doubles together, double, 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 making 3, 2 doubles together, then we'll do a double in the next stitch, a double in the next stitch, a double in the next stitch, making 3, and then 2 doubles together, and we're going to do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back. Okay, I'm at the end of round 5. I've got 52 double crochets, and I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to go into this stitch here, pull this loop through to the back like that, and we should have this. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in right here, pull this up, sorry y'all, this gets kind of tangled here. So I'm going to go in the front, pull this stitch up, single crochet, chain 1, 2, so that's going to make 3. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and I'm going to single crochet into the 3rd stitch, chain 1, 2, 3, skip 2, single crochet into the 3rd, 1, 2, 3, skip 2, single crochet into the 3rd stitch, 1, 2, 3, skip 2, single crochet, and I'm going to do this all the way around until I come all the way back, and I'll show you what we're going to do. At the end, I'm just going to connect it, and you'll notice that it's probably not even, but I don't let that bother me. I'll just go right here and kind of slip stitch into this chain the single crochet, and then just kind of, you're going to cut your yarn, and you're going to pull this through. And then what I do, you're going to flatten this out like this. And then what I do is I'll get my needle, and I'm just going to run this through and kind of just hide it right here. Just kind of weave it through here. Kind of hide that. Just kind of hide it. Like this. And then I'm going to just clip this. And nobody's going to see this really. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'll just take the back here, and I'm going to go through right here, and I'm just going to pull this yarn through to the front. Actually, I kind of want it kind of right in here somewhere. Well, actually, like this first row of rings, I'm just gonna kind of pull it right through here like this, because we're gonna tie this off in a minute, but the next round will be starting our rosebuds. Okay, we're going to start on the rosebuds, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our yarn, the color that we want to make our petal, and we're going to grab the long tail, and we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to double crochet, and we're going to double crochet in the same little space, again making 2 double crochets. And this will be our first petal, and if you look, we're going to go into this next little space and do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And on this first round with our petals, we're going to do a total of 6. And we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, turn our work, go in and make 2 double crochets into each stitch, making a total of 12. And we're going to do that all the way to the end. And this is going to be our first petal. And we want a total of 12 double crochets. And when you get to the end here, just go ahead and do 2 doubles in this last little chain 3 space. I just go in that whole space and do this. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to open this back up, and what we're going to do is we're going to count over 4 loops. So we're going to go 1, 2, I know it's hard to see, let me move up so y'all can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go into this loop. So what we're going to do we're going to slip stitch this in. Now we're going to chain one, and there's two ways you can do this. You can go in and do a back loop or back slip stitch, but I'm going to go just do the regular slip stitch. So I'm going to chain one, which I did, and I'm going to slip into each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just slip stitch all the way across to the other side. And when you get to the other end here, you are going to count over, and you are going to do 5, you're going to count over 5 stitches. So right here, you're going to turn it, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip through and slip stitch that in. And then you're going to start your new petal. So you're going to chain 3, and you're going to do 2 more double crochets, because chain 3 will count as your first. Then you're going to go into the next space, and let me show you if it's hard to see. You're going to go into this space here, and you're going to do 3 more double crochets. And you'll have a total of 6. Okay, and then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, turn your work. You're going to go in and do double crochet, 2 doubles into each stitch. And you're going to do this across like you did the other one. And I'll meet you back. Okay, when you get to the end and you do your 12 double crochets, you're going to come over here and you're going to connect to this petal, and you're going to slip stitch like so. Chain 1, and then you're going to continue slip stitching all the way across the petal. And you're going to do all the way over to the other side, slip stitching. Okay, and when you get to the end, you're going to come over here and you're going to connect. You're going to pull your petal over, and you are going to connect right here where your starting part, where you begin. And you're going to just slip stitch, pull this through, grab that, and what you want to do here is chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is what you have right here. We've got our first round with our little first petals. Okay, but right here what I want to do is I want to go ahead and tie this. Just tie this in a knot. And I tied a few times, and you can hide this tail if you want to, but you know, I'm just going to go ahead and clip this because I want to just keep going, but you can hide your little tails. But anyway, so what you're going to do when you chain your 3, you're going to start, we're going to start on this next second row right here. If you look, we're going to start on this second row, and we are going to chain 3, and we're going to come across with our chain 3, and we're going to count backwards. 1, 2, 3. So come across 1, 2, 3 backwards and slip stitch like that. Now we are going to make our first petal on our second row. So 1, 2, 3. Now on this row we're going to do 2 doubles again, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to put another 3 doubles into the next stitch, so we're going to make a total of 3 doubles into this next little loop, and then on the second row and from here on out we will do a third loop with 3 doubles, okay? Just so you know, from here on out it will be a set of 9. And we're going to do it the same way as the other petals, but the only difference is we have 9 petals. 3, 6, 9. Okay, now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. And then we are going to do double crochets and 2 doubles into each stitch. So go ahead and do 2 doubles into each stitch, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're on the second row, first petal. We have a total of 18 double crochets. So now we're going to count over on this here. We're going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. We're going to go into the 4th loop, and we're going to slip stitch, chain 1, turn, and we are going to slip stitch into each stitch. So we're going to slip stitch it into each, and go all the way across. And I'm trying to move a little bit fast. It's kind of takes a little bit. Okay, now when we get to the end here, I may go into this one little loop here, this last one. Okay, now we are going to count over 6 loops. So we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and connect with a slip stitch. And here is our first petal on our second row. So now we're going to start a new petal, and this will be our second petal on our second row. And like I said, we're going to do 2 doubles, 3 chains, 2 doubles into this first loop. Count over to the second loop and do 3 doubles. Go to the next loop and do 3 more doubles. And this will be our second petal. And then after we do our total of 9, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn our work and do 2 doubles into each stitch. When you get your 18 double crochets done, then you're going to connect to the previous petal, slip stitch, chain 1, turn, and do your slip stitches into each petal. And you're going to work across. And you're just going to keep moving across with your slip stitches. And when you get to the end, and this, like I said, this is our second petal on our second row. So we're going to connect into, hang on, let me check my notes. This cotton yarn splits kind of bad. I like it, but it does split a little bit. So, okay, now when you get to the end, you're going to count over to the 6th loop. So here's 2. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here in this loop. Right there. So we're going to pull. So we're going to slip stitch right here. Now we're going to make a new petal. So do chain 3, 2 doubles, go into the next 3 doubles again, go into the next loop with 3 doubles again to make our 9. And then what we're going to do, the same thing again, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn our work, do 2 doubles into each stitch. Okay, when you get to your last slip stitch, we are going to connect to this other petal like so. And this is what it looks like at the moment. It looks just like this. And that's our 3 petals on our second row. Now we're going to start our 3rd row, and we're going to chain 3. And we're going to come across 1, 2, 3 back and slip stitch. And we're going to start our new petal like we've been doing. So we're going to make another petal, chain 3, 1, 2, oh, I did that wrong, sorry. I went too far over. I need to start on this row, not this row. This is our 3rd row right here. So I can show you, come across 1, 2, 3. We're going to slip stitch into this 3rd row, and we're going to step back 3 stitches and slip stitch. I hope I didn't confuse y'all. So if you look here, we're going to start our new petal, but this is our 3rd row right here. This will be our 4th row. So what we're going to do, we're going to do our chain 3 and go ahead and make your petal the same with a total of 9 doubles, but we're going to do 3 doubles, 3 doubles in this loop, 3 doubles in this loop, and I'll meet you back. Okay, I got across and I've got my first petal on my 3rd row. So now I'm going to count over 4 stitches. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to slip stitch this through, chain 1, turn the work, and I'm going to go in and slip stitch in each petal, not petal but stitch. Go in and do your slip stitches all the way down to the other side, because we're on row 3, first petal. When you get to the end of your slip stitches, you're going to count 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip, stitch, like so. Start a new petal. And this is going to start petal 2, petal 2 on row 3. So go ahead and do the same. We're going to make the 9 doubles, like I said, and we're just going to go 3 more into the next loop, 3 more into this next loop, and then we'll start, after we get this done, we'll start our chain 3 and do the 2 doubles into each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, turn our work and do our 2 doubles into each stitch. And this is row 3, petal 2, and I'll meet you back. Okay, I'm on my 2nd petal on round 3, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to this previous petal here, slip stitch, chain 1, turn our work, and do our slip stitches across to the other side. Okay, I got my slip stitches done, my 18 or 17, whichever one you do, and I'm going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch, and here we have it. We've got our 2nd petal done on our 3rd row, and now we're going to go to our 3rd petal, and it's going to be the same thing. We're going to make a new petal, make it with your 9 doubles, if you count 3 here, you're going to do 2 doubles, then you're going to go into the next loop and do 3 doubles, and so on, like I showed you. 3, next one, do 3 more doubles, chain 3 after this, and then turn our work and do, like I said, we're going to do chain 3, turn, do our 2 doubles into each stitch, okay, and then we're going to connect. When we come back down, we're going to connect to this last petal and slip stitch all the way back, and then we're going to count 5 over, and we're going to do that till we get over to this end, and I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm on my 4th petal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have done my slip stitches, and now I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm going to slip stitch this through, chain 3, 2 doubles to make a new petal. And then I will go in and do 3 more doubles into the next. loop as usual. Three more doubles into the next loop, and then we'll start this last petal, which will be number 5 petal. So far this is what we have, and we're going to chain 3, turn our work, go back in and do our 2 doubles in each stitch, and I'll meet you back. Here I'm on my 3rd row, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, my 5th petal, and here at the end on the last petal we're going to connect. We're going to pull this rose petal over, and we're going to connect right here with a slip stitch, and then chain 3. Now I want to show you what this is looking like. Like this. Now, one thing about this petal, we can leave this just like this, but we have one more row. Now, some of my petals or flowers I stopped at this point, but some of them I extended it and made it go to this last row, the 4th row. So if you're going to do the 4th row, then what you're going to do, let me raise my camera up a little bit. So what you're going to do, the same thing, you're going to do your chain 3, and you're going to count back 1, 2, 3 into this slip stitch and start your new petal. And you're going to do your petal, and I'll go ahead and do this petal, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm on my 4th row with my first petal, so I'm going to count here 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on this first petal on the 4th row, chain 1, go in and slip stitch as usual in each stitch, and go all the way to the other side. And on this round, it's the only difference is going to be, it's going to be like round 3, but the only difference is on this row, you will do, when you do your slip stitches all the way over, when you count to the other side, let me show you. When you get over to this other end after your slip stitches, you're going to count over to the 6th loop instead of the 5th loop. You're going to do the 6th loop. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slip stitch, start your new petal. Now so what you're gonna do, you're gonna start your new petal, and then you're gonna connect to this back petal, the previous petal, attach it here, and then you'll slip stitch back, and then you will count over 6 loops and start a new petal. And you're going to do that all the way around if you're going to do the 4th row, and I'll show you what that looks like when I get back. Well, I ended up finishing it up, and I didn't show it because I did it exactly like the last row, except when I attached to the back, then I counted over 6 loops and then made a new petal, and then once I came back after my slip stitches, I went over 6 loops, and I did that all the way around, And then at the end here, I connected it at the last or first petal of the beginning row. So that's what I did, and this is what it looks like. And anyway, I'll go ahead and hide this little strand or yarn, and I'll just hide this. But anyway, what you could do is just kind of weave this through and hide it, because nobody's going to see it. And anyway, go ahead and make a few of these. And what I did is I'm making them all different colors. And so what you do, once you get all your colors, and like I said, you could backstitch, or instead of backstitching or slip stitching this way, you could slip stitch. Let me show you some that I have made. On this one, I did the backwards slip stitch, so it kind of looks different than this slip stitch. So it's kind of got the little, I don't know, it's just a little bit different, but it's where you back stitch backwards. And on this one, I didn't do the 4th row. I left it undone. But see, this one I did do the 4th row. And then this one I did the 4th row in the purple. And then in this one I did do the 4th row, but I didn't, you know, they all come out a little bit different. Here I could have done one more petal. Actually, I probably do need to do one more petal here. Let's see, because I would only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I could go. So they're all kind of a little bit different. And then here's a yellow one I did. But anyway, you go ahead, and here's my red one. This one I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like I said, they all come out a little bit different. But go ahead and make up a bunch of different colors, and then we will connect them. So here I'm going to put these together, and what I'm doing is I'm going to connect this in the chains, and I'm going to do a, if I can get it through there, I'm going to go ahead and single crochet, and then I am going to do 4 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to connect into the next chain space, and then I am going to do 4 more single crochets, and I'm going to do this across. Now I'm going into the 3rd chain 3s, and do 4 more single, I'll do 4 more single crochets, and this is how I am connecting these, is I'm just doing the 4 single crochets into each chain 3, and I'm connecting them. And I also want to make sure that I get the flowers that I want towards the top. And I'm sorry, I'm out of frame. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I've got my pink and red colored flowers at the top, And then I will go ahead and I'm going to connect all of my flowers like this and do 3 rows of flowers, and then I'll connect them the way I want them to be, and make sure that I like the colors that I have them in. And I'm going to keep doing this. And then I want to make sure that I do my pink at the top. And I started out with a cream colored yarn, but then I ran out, and then I didn't have any more. I only had white in that same peaches and cream brand. So I just went on ahead and used that I had. And this is kind of a good project if you need to get rid of some colors, like if you want to do different roses and colors like this and use up your yarn. And you could also do this in acrylic too, acrylic yarn, but I'm using the cotton yarn. So anyway, I'm connecting these, and I'm just doing single crochets in each chain space, and I'll do a row of 4. I'm sorry that I'm doing this voice over thing, but I think I was watching a show while I was doing this, so I apologize. Sometimes it's kind of hard to talk when you're making something like this, but that's all I'm doing is connecting my little circles here. And then once I do this, I will clip this off, and I will make sure that I hide all my tails after I'm finished on the back side. But this is the flowers that I have right now. Now what I'm going to do is I'll pick my next 3 colors that I like of roses, and then I will go ahead and line them up and do the same thing, and do 3 across, do the same thing, and I will go ahead and connect these and do this all the way across. And then on the 3rd row I'll do 3 more flowers, and I try to make sure that the 2nd row is going to look pretty with the 1st row of the reds and pinks, and I'm just going to do this, and then I'll go back across the other way. And once you get all of these connected, and then you're going to start on the sides and turn it and start on the sides. This one's already done, but you're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet 4 into each of these 4, and then you can run a little stitch, just a single crochet, and just do this to the end, and we're going to make our square. So anyway, go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back. So when I get the back done, I go and I get all my strings, and I just run them through and hide them. Just kind of probably get your needle and go ahead and hide all your strings, and then we'll move to the next step. And I want to say I'm just kind of creating this as I go. This was something that kind of popped in my head. And anyway, I don't know. I just kind of thought in my head how I want to do it or wanted to do it, and then just kind of played with the idea until I get it kind of the way I want to. So I apologize that it's not perfect with the measurements and everything, but like I said, sometimes I create things in my head. And anyway, but I just wanted to tell you to go ahead and hide all your strings, and then when you flip it back over, it's going to kind of look like this. So it's going to look like this. And like I said, hide all your strings. And then the next step is I've got to figure out how I'm going to hang it. And as soon as I figure that out, I'll show you how I did it. Okay, I figured out what I'm going to do. I have connected here with a marker and here with a marker. So what I'll do, this leaves me with 4 sets of 3 chains. And so what I'll do is I'll do 4 singles, 4 singles, 4 single crochets in each one of these 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll do 4 single crochets, connect, 4 single crochets, and then do the 4 singles in each one of these chain 3s, and the same thing here, 4 single crochets, connect, 4 single crochets, and then that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 3 chains to do 4 singles in each one of those. And once I do that, I'll show you what else I'll show you what I plan on doing to hang it. Okay, I am going to count backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've made my little slip knot, and I'm going to put my hook through. And then, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to start here and get your long tail and go ahead and go in and make a single crochet. And I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I am going to go back into this loop, or actually I'm going to slip through like so and pull that through. And then I'm going to do 4 single crochets. And then I'm going to go into the next space. So I have this. So I'm going to go into the next space and do another 4 single crochets. And then I'm going to keep on going and go into the next and do 4. Okay, and it's looking like this. Go into the next and do 4 more. And then, like I said before, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I am going to connect 4 into this space. And I'm just going to do this across because I've pinned this so I can connect these to make my square. I'm going to take this out, my marker. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, go to the next space, do 4 more. And I guess you noticed that my base is white here and it's cream here. I had some leftover cream yarn, the peaches and cream, and I just went on ahead and used this up, and it was a small amount, and then when I ran out I went to the white. But really nobody's going to notice. Now right here, okay, so I'm going to do, so I've connected this, and then I should have 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right here, I'm going to make me another loop right here in this space. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so here, in the middle right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to connect on this other side and do my 4, okay? So I'm going to go 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to see how this looks because this will be the middle of my flower, and I want to make sure that I have 3 hooks to hang this because I don't have much space above my bed, and that's where I wanted to make this, but I feel like this is going to be really too small. I mean, not too small, but the space is going to be too small for this piece that I've made. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, do 4, and then go into the next space, and we're going to do 4 here. 1, 2, 3,
4, and then take out your pen, your marker. And this is how I'm doing mine. But if you have more, if I had more of a space to work with, I could have actually made, like, maybe use some little wooden balls or something. But I don't have much space over my bed, and this may be too big as it is, so I'm going to have to raise it up high, so I need just enough to put a nail. And actually, this may be, you know what, I think what I'm going to do, I don't like that. So let me go back. Let me pin this so I won't forget where I'm at to connect. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to slip my hook through. I've got 6 chains. I think I'm just going to slip this through like this and make a little hoop. And I'll show you what it's going to look like. 2, 3, and I do change my mind a lot sometimes as I'm working, because I'm making this as I go kind of thing. I like that kind of better. So I'm going to continue. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I'm going to go in and do this again. Do my 4 and connect. 2, 3, 4. Take my pin out. Connect here. And like I said, this isn't perfect at all. And, you know, I'm sure if you use my pattern, my roses, you could come up with your own piece, you know, to make it look good over your bedroom or over your bed, if that's what you want to do, or on the wall. I'm sure there's all kinds of different things that can be done. But this is just kind of how I've got to do it, because I don't have much space over my bed, between the bed and the wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've got to do one more. And the thing is, too, just to get your pattern figured out before you begin, so you kind of know what you're going to do and what colors. Now, when you get to the end right here, we're going to do the same thing that we did over here, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got this connecting, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, then we connect, 1, 2, 3, and then one more, and then we're going to do 4 more, and then right here we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then connect into this, go between this 2 piece right here, just kind of slide through right here, pull that through, and there's your last hook. And then probably what I would do if I were you is just go in this and kind of slip stitch. I'm sorry if I'm out of frame. I would go in and just kind of slip stitch. Well, actually, go ahead and cut this and leave a tail and pull this through to lock it like that. And I know this is hard to see, so I've got these 2 end loops and this one. And then what I would do is just go ahead and get your needle and get your thread, and go through and hide this strand, and just kind of weave it through, because up on the wall nobody's really going to see every little detail about this. And then what you can do is come back through here, because you're just really hiding your tail. The last part here, just hide it, kind of pull it down through here, maybe hide it in here. And then just when you feel happy, clip it. And this is what you should have. And I'm going to raise this up a little bit so y'all can see. But I really want this to be the top right here. That's wherever you want your top. If you make this the top part, do the loops, because this is the way it's going to hang. It'll be hanging like this. But anyway, and like I said, make sure you hide all your tails. And I hope that you enjoyed this design. It's just kind of off my head, and I know it's not perfect, but I thought it would be kind of cute to hang on the wall and colorful. So anyway, thank you, and I'm going to show it over my bed right after this.
I wanted to explain in my video here what I did. I end up hanging this, but it didn't look right, so I had my husband cut me this dowel, and I had him, so I crocheted 6 more chains in the middle here. So I've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I had him drill me a hole in the center of the dowel, and right now I've got some fish line to make my hook to hang up. But if this isn't holding well, you can use a wire, and you could twist the wire and make a loop and hide the bottom part here. But this is what I did. I think the dowel works the best. So anyway, I wanted to show y'all what I did, and I had to have my husband do this part and cut this for me. I probably could do it on my own, but he had the tools, so I had him do that for me. So this is what it looks like. My little decoration. I'll zoom in on it. I think it's pretty.